evening, friends. I have today in my hands a wonderful book, Chronicles of a Corporate Executive. Chronicles of a Corporate Executive, an insider's take on the Indian enterprise. It has been written by Ramendra Kumar. And on the back page, it says, Raymond, he's known as Raymond, a celebrated writer and a storyteller, brings his skills to the book, making it a captivating page turner. Yes, it has 27 essays and I have read at least 20 of them, and it is indeed a captivating page turner. For the fresher, the book offers a rare insight into the working of the Indian enterprise with several pragmatic tips and case studies. For the veteran, it is like treading the familiar path with a brash guide who specializes in cocking a snook at the smug and the sanctimonious. So this is what it says at the back page. And all the essays are very, very funny, ticklingly hilarious. But I just love this fourth essay, The Sordid Saga of the Sari and the Suitcase. And I couldn't resist myself from reading it out, reading a few extracts from this. It has about 6-7 pages. But I'm going to read a few extracts which will give you an idea of his sense of humor. He has a wonderful sense of humor, of course. And before I met him, virtually, of course, I used to think that I was deluded into the belief that I was the only insane person around. But alas, this book has proven me wrong. I believe that I have a streak of madness, but this man, Ramendra Kumar, has a plethora of streaks. And madness and genius, I've heard, they go hand in hand. Well, I'm now convinced of that. So I'm going to read from this book a few extracts from this essay, The Sordid Saga of the Sari and the Suitcase. Finally, the MD walked in and took his seat. He was a plump man of medium height, swarthy, and with a bulbous nose. His eyes bore into you and made you feel terribly guilty, even for minor sins that you had not even dreamt of committing. He was the owner of hairy eyebrows, which were easily the most eloquent part of his countenance, and his voice sounded like a truck engine misfiring. This put a smile to my lips, and I haven't stopped smiling ever since I read that. So this... he was talking about some honorable steel minister coming to Purab as a chief guest for the Silver Jubilee celebration for the Officers Association. So, nothing should go wrong, he said. And if anyone makes the slightest mistake, I shall suspend him, he said, and his eyebrows serving as effective punctuation marks. The Silver Jubilee function was to begin at 7 p.m. The organizing committee had invited Surinder Dutt, the Ghazal maestro. I was given the onerous task of being in the pilot car, which escorted the minister and his wife. At around 6:50 p.m., Eka, the manager of the guest house, came out of the room with a packet in his hand, looking harassed. What happened, sir? I asked him. Madam has said that her sari is crumpled and it has to be ironed immediately. Don't we have an iron here? No, he said, and gestured to a waiter. Do you know Kishan Dhobi's house? The waiter nodded. Go and get the sari ironed immediately. Take my car. This is an emergency. The waiter rushed off and Eka stood at the main gate, pacing up and down, pacing up and down. 5 minutes later, Karun Tanti, the minister's PS, one of the most unctuous men I have ever seen, came rushing. Eka, where is the sari? Eka, where's the sari? I have sent a waiter to the Dhobi's house. He'll be coming any minute. I think you are playing with fire. Mrs. Seema Devi doesn't spare anyone, he said ominously. Nigam, who had joined the party, was hopping on one leg and making funny sounds. Eka was now really frantic. He was now really frantic. It is 20 minutes and the ass has not returned as yet. I will either lose my job or get transferred to the mines, he mumbled. He called his deputy and 2 other waiters. Go to Kishan Dhobi's house and see what's up. If we don't get the sari immediately, I'll be out on the streets, and you all will be suspended. So I'll skip a couple of pages and then come to this. Hind Express was at 10 in the night, and the party was scheduled to leave the guest house latest by 9:30 p.m. It was 9:40, and there was no sign of them coming out of their rooms. Nigam was jumping up and down like he was trying to dislodge a pair of rodents who had made his trousers the site of their honeymoon. He peeped in a couple of times and came out scowling. Why the delay, sir? The brats are watching a movie and are refusing to budge. Mahmood Khan, deputy manager, protocol, who had been given the responsibility of escorting the party to the railway station, said, Sir, at this rate, we'll miss the train. You think I don't know? And if that happens, I'll be held responsible. Why, sir? They're not your kids. Don't be stupid, Khan. Once they are our guests and in our premises, the onus is on us. He snapped and went to knock on the door. It was great watching his body language. The big boss was standing in front of the door, donning a posture of abject servility, striking poses of some rather esoteric yogasanas, taking deep breaths to gather the courage to knock. He was trying to gather the courage to knock. Finally, he did. The door opened and the party trooped out. I am again skipping a few pages, and here. At around 10:30 p.m., Seema Devi summoned Dhire and Khan to her room. She dangled a sleeveless nightie which was diaphanous in front of their bulging eyes. You think at this age I'm going to wear this stuff? But ma'am, Dhiren said, don't stand there and babble, you fool. Don't you get it even now? The suitcases have been exchanged. My suitcase has gone with Madhulika and hers has come to me. I don't know how the minister tolerates such nincompoops. And I stopped here for a couple of minutes couple of seconds, because nincompoop is a word I'm very fond of using. So I keep using it off and on. And there are some people, the youngsters, they don't know, because I had used it for the first time. Many of them ask me what a nincompoop is. Well, I'm also known as a nincompoop. It can be pretty nincompoopish at times. So this made me laugh. So this madam, then she looked at Khan, and you had gone to see them off, isn't it? Is this the way you do your job? Even a simple thing like handling luggage you cannot do without making a royal mess? I don't use the toothpaste and hair oil given by you. I have written the names of my favorite brands here. I want them now. Now, ma'am, the shops will be closed. I don't care. If I don't massage my hair with my brand of oil, I get a headache. See, I'm being considerate. The minister has taken his medicines and is sleeping. Should I wake him up and tell him that these men cannot organize even simple things like toothpaste and hair oil? That night, at around midnight, Khan and Eka went scouting for Amrit Dant Manjan and Amla hair oil. After knocking on many doors, listening to a lot of curses and abuses, they managed to get that stuff and deliver it to Seema Devi, who took it, obviously, without a word of thanks. And here, Ramendra Kumar says that Act 3 of the drama was even more, for want of a better word, ridiculous. So I stop here, and I want you to read the entire essay to find out how ridiculous, not just the entire essay, but the entire book. But because this is very funny, very beautifully written, and you'll just love the character sketches. It has been beautifully published by Blue Press and impeccably edited as usual by Blue Press. It's a prized possession, and I really loved all the essays that I have read so far, and I'm planning to finish the entire book tonight. So congratulations, Ramendra Kumar, for this beautiful book, and hope to read more bestsellers from you. All the best. Stay safe.